Hi. So the camera is almost as tall as me because it's on the brand new tripod. It's just an Amazon cheapie. It's like 16 bucks. Pretty excited about it, and we are going to work on this bench right down there. I'm not good with the flexi. I think I'm going to break this dang thing. Whatever. Okay. We're going to focus on these two places. This one is pretty obvious why we're here. This one has sort of been stabbed kind of up underneath it. We're going to get up into there. Yep. Right up in there. Yep. And then I didn't like it. Turns out it's cheaper to buy real epoxy, a big container of it, bigger container than it was just to go buy the rest of the epoxy and the small things that I'd need. So we're going to mix up some as we go. As usual, mix it on the back of that card. The Halls pocket knife. We cut that divider out. We're going to just cut those ends off. We are going to save that because we'll probably attempt to keep this, even though historically speaking, my attempt to keep stuff like this is pretty not good. So let's just, now this has not been stored in freezing temperatures to my knowledge. So that's cool. Look at that. Get this stuff here. Now it is, if it's not below freezing in the shop, it's pretty close. I had the heat on for a little while, but I can't film with the heat on. So there's that. Now, I know I leave these pretty tall, but as they flow out, they get a little less proud. They shorten up a little bit. So I'll leave it like that, and it'll kind of flow as it goes. And then we'll do this one the same way. You want to kind of get down in there in case there's like a big air bubble or something at the bottom. We don't want that to cause a weakness in it later on down the line. So I'm going to go finish. I've got 1, 2, 3, 5 or 6 of these left. I'm going to finish these, and then we'll come back and do some other stuff. Okay, it's also worth mentioning that I figured out I'm actually going to put these up quite a bit higher than what I had. These things here, these D-rings, a lot higher on the bench face, on the extreme ends, than what I had originally planned. There's a reason for that. I got to thinking, boy, if you really needed it, do you really want to have to get down on your hands and knees? I mean, isn't that kind of the point of a mobile workbench, to make stuff easier on you? And I thought, well, I could stick it on the sides. That would be cool, but I don't know. I think side to side should come next, and that for right now, we should go on the extreme ends. That'll give me coverage of the entire length of the piece instead of just the short side. I think that'll work out real good. I ought to come up with a way to store a couple ratchet straps on here too. But we're going to go through that. I did find, because it's a pretty good size hole, it's made for a carriage bolt. It's got the square head. But we're going to use these screws. And I, of course, bought another house that an old man lived in, because old men build shops and then they die. Sad but true. He had these washers what fit just about perfect. And got some meat on them, and I think I may double them up and then drill them in there. So we'll go through that process real quick. So we got this. I got to thinking about it. I don't think there's a tube for down this low, so I'll have to go back and add one in. But these holes up here were real careful, measured out and centered. So I'm just going to drop down about 3/4 of an inch. Go in here, and that'll put me right in the middle of that tube door. D-ring, see if I can obstruct the entire camera angle. And Yep. I'll do that on the other side, and then I'll come back and put a good four right here and just go straight into it, and that'll give me a good solid work piece there. But this is the idea, that when I'm doing stuff, if I need to tie down a whole long section, I just go like that and have it. I'd also like to come up with maybe a wheel chalk or something, maybe Harbor Freight. Sometimes I do put motorcycles on here, but you know, I might just buy another bike lift too. So I don't have a lot else today. I'm gonna do some more scraping, and I'll film a little bit of that, and then I'm gonna get out of here because it's cold, as you can't tell by my breath. Yep, more scraping. Many moons ago, I sent my wife to the store. I think I sent her to Menards or something. And I said, buy a whole mess, you know, 400 or 500 of them single-edge razor blades. I'm tired of running out of them because I use them to clean gasket surfaces. She said she may have never got that good of a look from anyone in any store. She said she was pretty sure that they thought she was going to use some drugs or something. Which, I guess if you really wanted to snort some sawdust mixed with grease, yeah, or epoxy. Alright, that's enough of that. I'm cold. I'm going inside. Tripod staying outside. Permanent shop tripod. Don't have to drag it back before church. Please subscribe to this channel. Please.